Live, Laugh, Loot contains foul language, violence, drug and alcohol references, and irreverent humor. So if you're not a fan of all that, then don't watch the show. Okay, bye. Hey there, I'm Grey J, the host of Live, Laugh, Loot. Maybe you've heard of it. Real quick, before this episode begins, I just want to mention we did have some unfortunate audio issues on Navi's side. It seems she was using the wrong microphone to record, so her voice is going to sound pretty far off. We did the best we could to salvage the audio, and this episode should be listenable even with it, but just to let you know that that is a temporary issue for this one episode only. Thank you for bearing with us, and hope you enjoy the show. Alright, I'm ready to get a move on whenever you all are.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, right. Navi, you good to go?
Yep, get my deck shuffled. I've been recording for the last 2 minutes.
Freaking 2 minutes over here.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, let's get it started. Except I gotta put on the music.
Also, now I've done that. First question. Who's anti-Joker this week?
You.
Yeah.
Okay. That was quick. Alrighty.
Good. Democracy in action.
Not enough the recap.
Previously on Live, Laugh, Loot. Entering a garage on Sayonara Station, the crew immediately alerted some prison guards who tried to take them back into custody, but in a classic move, Ozzy convinced one of them that he was God. Before the guard could spread the word about this new religion, his head mysteriously exploded. Suddenly, a voice taunted the escapees as the Juggernaut suddenly reappeared, and as he and Felicia reenact King Kong, Ozzy went back to his old tricks and psychically messed with his head. Which worked this time. But there was no time to celebrate as the source of the voice rounded the corner, a lamb in a cheap suit holding Carly at gunpoint. So here's the sitch. You all are grouped together on more or less one end of the garage. This lamb holding Carly at gunpoint in his hands is on the other end towards the window where you can see Saturn and its rings real up close down below. He's got his gun pointed squarely at Carly's head. And his mouth is covering hers, so you can kind of hear her going like... And I gotta say, September is not the right backing music for this for this scenario.
Are you using the playlist I made way back when?
I am, but I didn't shuffle.
Goody.
Gosh. You know what? That's fine.
So many songs were thrown into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you can hear Earth, Wind, and Fire over the loudspeakers. That's the diegetic music. If this were a film, of course, it'd be much more intense, but you just hear September.
My 7th favorite song. Hold on. Ozzy's gonna look and just be like, wait a minute, who are you?
That's not important right now. What's important is that neither of you moves a muscle, see?
Darling, I would argue it is important to tell us your name. I mean, what do we gotta do? Just call you the beatnik who kidnapped us? Are this a gunpoint? What do we call you?
You can call me Bobby Lambino.
Now, was that so hard, darling?
I'm gonna call you Bob.
I don't really give a shit what you call me, so long as you do what I say when I say it. And right now, I need you all to drop whatever you're carrying.
If it was that easy, my directors would have less martinis in their set diet. Implying she's hard to work with and her directors get drunk.
Felicia, your mind casts back to a pretty terrifying day on set where the alcohol was just flowing because you were being such a
terrifying for her.
Yeah, terrifying for basically everybody on set. Everyone was getting drunk and bitching about you behind your back, but you were in your trailer just sipping down a cool drink, and you were like,
ah yes, cool drink, everyone's favorite.
I don't know what Felicia would drink.
Remember, what was it, the Max Flesher?
All right, yeah. We invented a drink. That was not on a recorded session, of course.
Oh, yeah. Side note, our glorious DM created an entire friggin' unique alcoholic beverage for her because she's a cartoon called the Max Flesher.
Which you can order now in the official Live, Laugh, Loot cocktail book.
Gosh.
I would unironically buy that. I love novelty cookbooks.
It only has the 2 drinks.
Well, we gotta have a signature Felicia, Ozzy, and Wilbur and Mazul drink, obviously.
Well, if we're gonna include those two, that means we have to make them canon to the timeline.
True.
Which, you know what? I'm fine with that. We need to see Wilbur come back. Not like a
He
new
might already
version, the
be.
same Wilbur. We need to see how he's been changed after all of that.
I'm not super inclined to just bring your characters back without talking with you about it first, but I'm not opposed to the idea.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant to this current situation, which is Mr. Bobby Lambino here just said, hey, put your weapons and your items down on the ground.
Can I do that cartoon thing where I start pulling a bunch of random stuff in my pocket and creating like a small pile?
Absolutely. That's gotta be... Are you doing this just for like the comedy?
Yes,
or
I'm doing explicitly
okay.
for the joke.
Good.
Like you're
I
just
think
gonna see me
that's
pull out
gotta be...
like an entire coat rack, a bag of fish.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of random items that make no sense to be in a pocket, but just it's there.
Excellent. I'm gonna make that, just because you're pulling out a lot of stuff, that's gonna be either brawn or agility and perform.
Failure. Come on, please. No, it's all failures. I want to do my comedic jokey thingy. Dang it.
You don't even manage to pull out any pocket lint.
Just rums around the entire pocket.
You do the thing where you like pull your pockets inside out, so you just see a little white thing in your prison outfit. Like, oh, I don't know, I got nothing.
She even does like the silent, just shrug kind of thing.
Just shrug like, wop, 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 wop. Bobby Lambino looks at you like, that's real cute, doll face, but you better set that hammer down right the fuck now.
Darling, you may be a little ragamuffin, but you have no right to call me a doll. Now I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to apologize and treat me like the lady I am.
Bobby Lambino points the gun at you, Felicia, and is like, how's this for an apology?
There are only 2 people who called me doll. What was your partner's names again? It was Floyd and...
Fuck. Hold on. Where's my world building document?
I like the idea of Felicia saying that out loud, like, only 2... Oh,
she just like reaches out of the screen to the DM. What's my girlfriend's name again?
Like,
I remember my boyfriend's name. Who's my girlfriend?
Yeah. Lynx Floyd and Betty Bunny.
Okay, good. I was about to say Bonnie. Okay. Back into frame.
Different Bunny.
Back into frame. Only 2 people call me doll. Floyd and... I just heard it!
Betty.
gosh.
Only 2 people call me doll. Floyd and Betty.
I don't even know who Betty is.
She's a bunny, darling.
Okay. And as Ozzy says that, he's going to try to telekinesis to make the lamb drop the gun.
Sure, that'll be presence telekinesis.
Am I healthy? I am healthy. Ooh, yay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5 cards. All right.
Yeah.
All right, baby. How are the cards? 2 successes.
I'll do a quick flip to see if Bobby Lambino is, like, that observant. Well, he got 2 successes and a joker to counter your flip. So I'm gonna say, Ozzy, he notices that you're trying to get his gun away with telekinesis, and he's like, hey, cut that out, you! Points the gun squarely at you. But in the process, his grip on Carly sort of loosens, and Carly just straight bites him on the arm. Bobby's like, ow, motherfucker!
Hey, whoa! Can I swing my hammer on him now?
You...
He said to swear in front of a child, I want to hit him on the head.
Banned.
That's the plan. If I can land it, I have a follow-up line.
Yeah, you can certainly try. I will say there is quite a bit of distance between you.
I thought he was, like point blank the way he was doing his whole gun thing.
No, he's got enough distance between you to like hold the gun against like 5 people.
Fine, I want to throw the hammer at his head.
Okay, that works too.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I want to aim it right for the kisser.
I think that's got to be agility and melee.
Yes, let's see. It's agility. I have 3. Melee I have 2, so that's 5.
Yeah, +1 for your hammer.
Oh yeah, +1 for the hammer. 3 successes. KAJ. Cage.
Hey, Cage.
Hey.
Got 3 successes.
And I think we determined that this was like the Amy Rose hammer, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So Felicia, as Carly bites Bobby Lambino on the arm, and she like falls out of his grasp, and he's like, motherfucker, piece of shit. You line up a shot. You just like get a like cool action stance going. You take your hammer off of your back, quickly raise it to do a cool pose, like a Thor holding up
the power.
Exactly. And you then like expertly like baseball style, throw a fastball with the hammer, and it knocks this guy right in the head.
Hey, you big palooka! There's children here. Watch your language.
As Carly runs across the distance in the garage to immediately run into the Juggernaut's arms, and they do a tender father-daughter hug.
Oh, that's tasty. I'm no cute.
Now that everything's aces, can we get out of here?
It's the guy with a now very visible cartoon bump on his head. Well, two can play at that game, and yeah, he's running at you right now, gun firmly in hand.
Oh crap, my hammer's gone. What do I do? Ozzy, I need help.
I have two options.
Pressure situation, Ozzy. He is getting closer.
He's focused on Felicia, right?
Yes, because I'm the one through the hammer.
He is kind of just charging at all of you because you are grouped together, but you get the feeling that he's probably gonna go for Felicia because, you know, she just threw a fucking hammer at him.
Okay. Ozzy's gonna hold his hand out, and he's gonna use telekinesis to call the hammer back to try to hit him in the back of the head with it.
Excellent. Brawn telekinesis.
All right. So,
which is a reminder with your zombie rabies.
Yeah.
Just on the sheet, you have 4 brawn at the moment.
Oh gosh, that's 7 cards. Let's go, baby. Out of all that, I only got 2 successes. You know what? I'm using drive.
Go for it.
It was worth it. Queen of Hearts, baby. So that's 2 successes and then a Queen of Hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. 4 successes.
Let's go. Suffer.
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
Where are the other drugs going?
Where is she?
Where are they?
Where are the cigarettes?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Well, Ozzy, you use your telekinetic powers to lift the hammer on the ground. Bobby Lambino is running towards you, and I did a preemptive flip for him. He got a success and a joker. So he's just jokering left and right today, I guess.
Let's go.
Bobby A does not notice that you've picked up the hammer with your telekinesis and are about to ram it into his back. So you get a full, like, skull crack on the back of his head that just sends him tumbling to the ground. And he's like, ow, see, no.
I do see.
I'm gonna say the Joker is just that he is just now immediately unconscious. This guy was not the boss that I imagined he would be.
He's nothing but a goon.
Nah,
he's unconscious?
He gooned too hard. Yes, he is unconscious.
Let's not keep that in the final take.
No, put that in 5 more times.
I put the kibosh on this.
So he is unconscious on the ground, just sort of like writhing like, unconscious as in like, he's not gonna move right now. Not like combat unconscious. So you could like wake him up if you wanted information out of him. Or to beat him up some more, I don't know.
I'm taking his gun.
I would like to get my hammer.
Yes, Felicia, you have your hammer. Felicia, you have your hammer.
Thank goodness.
And alright, Ozzy, you get his gun, which I'm gonna say is just like straight up a Glock. So
this looks pretty neat.
You may add that to your inventory.
How many bullets do I have?
It has 3 bullets.
Okay.
And this is +1 to firearms.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll do a roll instead of a flip because I don't feel like I should use cards for this.
Okay.
Gonna go chaotic.
You're telling me that you're doing stuff outside of the Space King system? What the fuck? This was not discussed with the DM earlier?
Gosh. Alright, I'm not being chaotic
Do not
yet.
homebrew my campaign, young man.
Ozzy's gonna look around like, hey, do you guys have something to tie him up with like a piano string or I could just shoot him in the head?
Darling, children.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that child. And Ozzy's gonna point to like the 2 dead bodies next to him with their heads blown up. I mean,
that was different. This is just murder. That was defense. This is murder in front of a child.
So do you have piano string then, or something for me to tie the?
What do I have to do to try and see if I have any in my pocket?
If you're trying to pull out something to tie him up,
yeah,
wit and engineering or space-wise, I'm gonna say.
I get to draw 1 card. This all is writing on 1 card because I have none of those other stats, and by default I have 1 wit, and it's a 10. I failed.
Let's go.
Check box again, still empty.
You do the exact same joke, but it doesn't land as well, and nobody laughs. Gina steps up and is like, I can handle it from here. She uses her telekinetic powers to make a sort of bubble barrier around Bobby Lambino and hovers him up into the air. And is just like, I hope you two don't mind, but this guy's gotta come with me. And I gotta leave it at that.
I think you should at least let me know something about them. I mean, they just try to shoot a child in front of me and they blew up 2 heads. I mean, come on, like, I gotta know something. Like, I can't trust that they're not gonna blow up my head.
If either of you would like to try and get more information out of Gina about this person, it'll either be charm or presence and persuasion.
You want to do good cop, fun cop? All right,
I really
Felicia,
hope Ozzy's fun cop, because I want to see Ozzy be a fun cop.
I don't see him being a fun flatfoot anytime soon.
True.
All right, well, you're up first, Felicia.
Me?
Yeah, I said good cop, fun cop. You're a good cop.
Darling, I don't know if you've seen my cartoon. I get chased by cops. I don't do the whole, cop thingy.
But do you ever dress up like a cop to act like them to make you think that you're not you, so that they get all confused? Because I feel like you can do that. I feel like you can like do all the neat stuff.
Slowly just like deflate his logic because she knows she's done that.
Oh yeah.
She's like, damn it, my out.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure the kids even seen that, right?
Yeah, I remember in this really fun one, you had to dress up as a cop so you could tell this villain that you were chasing in your car that he had to pull over, and you pulled him over, and then you were like, can you step out of the vehicle, please? And he did, and you basically like wrote him up a really large ticket, and then she just keeps going on and on and on.
Dude, what do I have? Can I just like reinflate in a cop outfit? Do I need to like try and think for that, or will it just be like a visual gag?
I feel like, Felicia, you just kind of have the ability to do like a little cartoon spin and you're just in another outfit. And because you're out of combat, I'll let you do that for free.
Sweet.
So yeah, you can just flip around and you're in a police uniform.
No, I'm gonna do what I just said, since she just deflated hearing him just call her out for her crap. She reinflates, but now she's wearing a completely new outfit.
You reinflate with a full like policewoman uniform. And a club, which is just for show. You don't get any additional items with this disguise.
I don't exactly see myself using a cop outfit as like a recurring item. Especially because knowing her, it's like a cartoonish cop outfit, so like none of it is up to regulation or code. It's like if she tried to trick cops, they'd be like, nope, we can see through that.
And it's not even like a plastic thing or anything. It's a prop, but let's just say it's glued into your uniform.
Yeah.
Glued in.
Oh, she's in. She is now wearing the outfit. She's gonna go approach the suspect.
Cool. If you want to learn more, charm or presence and persuasion.
Let's see. I do have 3 in charm. Okay, I have nothing in persuasion. I have perform, not persuasion.
Not the action.
Failure. Success. A jack and a king. We don't have time to be jacking around. We got an investigation to do.
Hey.
I don't get it.
I want to face that. I want
Jack
to.
King, what? Alright, so you can ask whatever questions you want to Gina.
I'm actually trying to think of a question. That's the hard problem.
Ask who it is.
Ask who what is?
Them. On the ground. The almost dead one.
The one we just beat up?
Yeah?
Yeah, you heard my friend.
Yes.
Look, we're just gonna ask you some nice questions. Now you answer us some questions, and we might be willing to lighten your sentence. Yeah, I haven't done the cop roll that many times!
Well, you do make your pitch, and Felicia, you do put on your charm. Unfortunately, Gina flipped 3 successes to match you, so she just says, I know that this is a, confusing situation for you two and all of us, because, you were brought here against your will, but...
Oh yeah, you're telling me, darling. I'm supposed to be on set in the middle of a con right now, and you all kidnapped me. All this gobbledygook, and I have yet to see a single martini. Now tell me, why should I care about you?
I'm sorry, I can't explain that right now. Or ever.
But
It's a pain in the
could,
neck.
though. Could, right?
Listen, you can whistling Dixie all you want. You give me the answers, things go well. Otherwise, I get my partner involved. And let me tell you, he will flip his wig.
Gina looks back at you, Ozzy, seeing some foam around your mouth because you still got the zombie rabies.
Absolutely, I do.
And I don't know if that has the intended effect that Felicia wanted, though, because she's just sort of like, right, yeah.
I was trying to do the whole, good cop, bad cop, like, hey, my partner's crazy kind of thing.
Ozzy thinks it's fun. I'm like a dog. Arf.
Gina's like, I see what you two are doing. You're doing the classic good cop, fun cop, but it's not going to work on me, sorry to say.
Well.
That's it. Bumpkiss, I got nothing. All right, your turn.
All right. I'm going to show you a magic trick. Ready?
It is fun cop.
I so was prepared to hear that.
Are you actually going to do a magic trick, or what are you going to do?
Well, he's going to try.
I'm imagining, because the whole Dark Knight thing we were doing earlier, I could just imagine the Joker set up. I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Bam! See, it's cards. It's magic.
Introduce a little anarchy.
Right.
Fun. Alright, so what would you like to do?
Well, he's asking her if I can make you laugh.
Oh, so you are being Joker now. Cool.
No. If I can make you laugh, you answer a question about Lamb Chop over there. Bob. That was her name.
Yeah, Bob Lamb Chop. I suppose you can give it a shot. But...
No, I need a yes or a no.
All right, fine. Yes, she says, annoyed.
Thank you. All right, you ready?
Yes.
He's gonna think back. He's like, all right, magic trick. Got it. And what he's going to do now is he's going to use his telekinesis to try to weaken at Bernie's one of the bodies without a head, like as a puppet.
Sheesh.
And like try to do like stand up with them. Try to do like a Jeff Dunham thing with this lifeless body.
Good. But hopefully less racist?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so your magic trick is to telekinesis a body and like use it like a puppet. Yeah, use it like a...
Yeah.
I will say, because Gina is also telekinetic, this will be wit and telekinesis, but you gotta do a hell of a flip.
Alright, so we got wit and telekinesis, so that's gonna be 5, so that'll be 6 cards. Alright, let's go. Yay. I only got 2 successes.
Well, I'll tell you this, the score to beat, because I flipped for her as well, she got 3 successes. So, if you want to goose it up, you're gonna have to if you want to succeed. But I don't want to backseat DM. I'll just lay that on the line.
I'll do it. Well, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Yeah, let's do it. Drive.
Do it.
Alright. So what happens if we tie?
You have to beat her if you want to, like... If the agreed thing was...
Okay, so I have to do 2 cards then.
Yeah.
Because I had... Okay, crap. Okay, well, I tied. Alright, yep. I did 2 cards and I'm still tied. Well...
You're gonna call it there?
Is Ozzy a gambling man?
Would it help if I told you, like, what exactly will happen if you tie?
No. No, I'm good. Nope. I think Ozzy's gonna call it there. I think he's losing his mind and he wants to not taste blood anymore.
With 3 successes, you do successfully use your telekinesis to do a pretty solid, if you wanted to do the hello my baby with the body.
I'll do that, but like, obviously Ozzy doesn't know the words. He's like, hello my child, hello my kid, I am your fun time man.
Gotcha. Yep, you do that. And because it was 3 successes, everyone is like paying attention to it and not thinking like, wow, it's incredibly messed up that he's using a dead body for a comedy routine. Instead, everyone's just like, oh, this is kind of fun.
Yay.
But Gina does not laugh, which was the agreement. Again, she is telekinetic herself, so she fully understands what you're doing.
Yeah.
And is more just like, well, I can see another fervent student of telekinesis when I see it, and look, I appreciate you two helping me reunite this kid with the Juggernaut, and I'll be grateful for that, but about this guy, I just can't give you any information. I'm sorry.
She doesn't know anything about her boss or the other guy she's working with.
Gina's not saying anything.
I got nothing. I was the fun cop though, right?
You're the real cop! You do this! You've never done an interrogation!
I'm not a cop, I'm a detective.
Yeah, police detectives are a thing! I'm an actress and I know this!
That is a good question, though. Are you a police detective or are you a PI?
I thought he was
PI.
a police. I thought that was established. Have I just been assuming this entire time?
No, I was on the impression he was PI because of the hot dog.
Corn dog snatcher.
True.
Corn dog snatcher, there it is.
And lest we forget, you were brought here by, like, somebody just, like, sent you a letter as, like, please help me, the Entertain-a-thon convention is...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought he was a cop because he tried to flex his badge and shit to get him through the gates, and then they're like, nope, you need a ticket.
Maybe?
No, he'll be whatever people want him to be.
I thought he was a real cop.
Ozzy doesn't even know at this point. Ozzy's just kind of here.
Ozzy's just vibing.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm so confused now. What is reality?
Yes, Ozzy, that is the Juggernaut is standing here.
Hey, you
I like to imagine these characters will have this identity crisis right here in front of them all. And they're just watching Felicia and Ozzy just debate their own existences.
I mean, Ozzy's going through a lot right now, mentally.
Gina just looks back at the Juggernaut and is like, man, these guys are crazier than you when you were under that telekinesis. And Juggernaut's like, yeah, what? Pretty messed up in the head. And then Harlan, the human doctor, was like, yeah, I'm also here. He hasn't done anything this session, but he's still here.
Hi. Oh, hey, Juggernaut.
Yeah.
You want to say bye to your kid real quick?
There had to have been a better way to say that. Are you gonna fucking murder her?
This 8-foot-tall stone man looks at you as like, I beg your pardon?
Oh, well, look, because somebody gave me a card to get into the convention, and they said I had to kill you for some reason, and I just, something going on there. And so, like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna kill you, but it sounds like someone wants to kill you, and so, like, just in case, you should probably say bye.
Excuse me, what the hell did you just say?
And remember, Felicia never knew this, so even she's standing there is like completely open-jawed at this entire information.
Yeah, Felicia, your jaw's just on the floor.
Well, I didn't do anything, I just said that, like, it could've. Like, did I do the thing? No.
You were going to. You just said to send her out of the room so you could possibly do that.
I didn't say that I was going to, I said someone might.
Yeah, that someone would be you! You're the only one here in this room, except this woman right here that's chained up, that wants to kill him! Or has reason to!
I don't know, maybe they do. I don't know what they're up to. Because somebody's not answering questions.
I need
Ozzy
to
starts
sit
licking
down,
the dead
darling.
corpse.
You start what to the dead person? I'm sorry.
He starts licking the corpse because blood.
What?
Alright, fine. Ozzy, flip one card.
6 of spades.
You gain no vitality or anything from this corpse. Everyone is just watching you licking a dead body, and
It's what he would have maybe thought of.
I mean, this is the guard who thought you were God, so like...
Oh, I'm using him? That's even better, okay.
Yeah. He's the only one who died. When you came down here, there were 2 guards. Ozzy, you convinced one of them you were God. He knocked the other one out. Then so we have 1 guard unconscious. Then that second guard, their head exploded. You presume from a bomb that was in their head. So that's the body you were just using for a puppet show. And then there's this Bobby Lambino who is unconscious and currently in Gina's telekinetic possession.
You know what? I'm fine with that because Ozzy would not have remembered any of that, so that makes sense. I'm down with that.
Yep. So anyway, you lick a dead body.
Yeah, but so,
And everyone is staring at you because you just admitted that you had a contract out on the Juggernaut's life. And you just openly admitted that?
I'm not saying I was gonna do it. I mean, I could have, and I thought about it because, like, I did owe the person, but because they did get me in. But I'm gonna be honest, I should probably ask why they wanted me to, and I did.
And what did they tell you? Gina says, narrowing her eyes.
What did he say?
You know, honestly, at this point, I don't remember either. It's been so long.
Oh, I kind of remember it was something that,
I do
like,
remember
yes.
the basics that you already laid out, which was, he said, hey, I can get you a ticket into this entertain-a-thon, but you gotta kill the Juggernaut, which you agreed to, verbally. He handed you that, and then that was kind of it. You did get his name, but I don't know if you remember that.
No, Ozzy does not remember that.
Cool.
I don't remember that. Ozzy doesn't remember that.
Well, all I know is that they said that you had to die, so I'm assuming it was one of 2 things. One, it was a crazed fan.
The Juggernaut's like, well, I do have a few of those.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, so do I.
Wait, you do? Ozzy, you cast your mind back to the crazed fans just, like, sending you threatening letters into your mailbox, like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I love you. That was a weird case.
Gosh.
Felicia, you've also gotten mail like that, and you're just like, whatever, it comes with a job.
Yeah, she's used to it. She has people she pays to go through these things and find the interesting hate mail. She doesn't pay people to get rid of the hate mail. No, she pays them to find out which ones are the more interesting ones and send them to her.
Yep. That's called networking.
Oh, but yeah, no, someone wanted you dead. Do you have a
Yes, you've
lover?
established that. Who was it?
We can go back and ask.
Go back where?
Felicia's gonna
What do you mean?
face slap herself. It's
Look,
like that Naked Gun scene.
Do you see what I am right now? Do you think I can think right now? No, I'm literally licking a body that I told that I was God. How do you think I feel right now? This man believed in me and his head blew up. I watched that happen. You watched that happen. It's like the corn dog snatcher all over again, except not at all, because that didn't happen. No hit boy.
I think he's lost it. Poor bird's gone cuckoo.
He's now sitting in the lap of the corpse.
Oh my god.
Actually. Hey, when can you make my brain good again?
You say it to
I
the
don't think
doctor.
that's possible anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says it to the doctor.
The doctor says, well, I can cure your zombie rabies once we get off this space station and to a medical facility, but...
All right, let's go.
So you get up and Gina is like, all right, I'm going to tell you both what's going to happen. The 2 of you are going to come with me and the Juggernaut, and we're going to get off the space station. We're going to take you somewhere real private so we can all figure out what the hell is going on here.
Oh, no, you didn't ask me questions because I don't even know what I'm saying. You didn't even read my rights. And I know that I need to be told rights before you can even do any of the criminating.
I'm just gonna get going. We need to get to a hospital so we can fix you.
Bring go good soon, right?
Felicia's given up. Felicia's more or less just given up.
Tell me about the rabbits, Felicia.
I don't know anybody.
You don't any bunny? Ha, that's funny.
Oh man, I think now like the zombie babies really hit Ozzy.
Yep.
If you start to spew, I'm slapping you silly.
I'll try to not do that.
I will say at this point, Carly walks out of her dad's arms and walks up to you, Felicia, but is looking right at Ozzy with stony tears in her eyes. Mr. Ozzy, is what you said true? Were you gonna kill my dad?
Now you want the honest truth? Probably not. I actually was like, yeah, I could do that. But when I thought about it for like 2 seconds, I was like, well, I'm not really gonna kill some guy over something like that small because, like, you know how many people try to make me kill somebody outside of a comic book shop? At least twice. And I haven't done a single one. And also, like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even really get to use the ticket. I just kind of used it as a chauffeur to make sure that you even got to your dad, and he's right there. However, you also did try to kill me, so technically, I'm pissed off at you. So fuck you.
Darling! Kid! Watch your language, bird!
I'm literally sitting in the lap of a dead body.
Think of the children.
Okay, I thought of the kid, now what? They're right there.
I'm gonna get this girl onto a ship, and we're gonna wait to leave, so we can get you to a hospital so you can stop being this!
Yeah, I like that.
Then let's
I like that a
go.
lot. I said to let's go and no one was following me. Oh yeah, the kid got sad and asked questions. That's what happened. Oh,
Yeah,
you still hate me, kid?
Carly doesn't say anything to you. She just kind of buries her head in Felicia's legs like a lost kid hiding behind her parent.
I'm just gonna pat her head, my darling. Let's go. This cockeyed bird is speaking some gobbledygook.
Felicia, I'm gonna say you and the Juggernaut basically just kind of like push Carly a little away from Ozzy because you're not exactly sure what Ozzy's gonna do at the moment, and I think both of you really want to protect her from Ozzy, just from his
From whatever
ranting.
Ozzy's become.
Yeah.
What I've done.
I didn't do anything though.
We know you.
I mean,
The Juggernaut was like, yes, we know you could have. That's not what we take issue with.
Oh, is it the rabies? Yeah, I take issue with that too.
I mean, it's not really the rabies, although maybe now it's kind of the rabies. We shouldn't talk about this here. They're technically still, in the middle of our escape. If you two come with me, we'll get you off the space station. We'll get you, points at Ozzy with daggers in her eyes, to a hospital and maybe unscrew your mind. And then we can figure this whole put a contract out on the Juggernaut situation out. But I just need you two to come with me. Are you both on board?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
All right. Good. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
And Ozzy's gonna walk, and he's also gonna make the body walk with him.
Leave that behind, Gina snaps immediately.
Hey, we could use their body for science because like there was a bomb in there, and also like I'm gonna feel bad. He deserves
Ozzy,
a
if you'd like to bring the body along, you are gonna have to convince everybody that that's not a terrible idea. So charm or presence and persuasion.
Okay. Just charm, presence.
I'm gonna say -1 because like this is a hard sell.
Great. I have what's my charm? No charm, and then basically persuasion for 2, presence for 2. And we're gonna, oh, you said -1.
Yeah, so -1
for
card.
2.
Yep.
Well, all right. I got a jack of hearts and a 6 of clubs. So that's it. That's all I got.
Cool. 1 success. 1 second. I'm just gonna I gotta do a collective. Okay, well, I was gonna flip like a lot of cards to basically do like a group. Are we gonna allow this? The first 2 cards I pulled were successes, so they are immediately just like, no, you're not bringing that with us. In fact, I'm gonna say that the Juggernaut walks up to the body and takes it in his stone hands and compacts it into a fleshy cube and throws it into a garbage chute on the other side of the wall. There, it's gone forever. Come with us.
But it's over there. It's not okay.
Ozzy, they say.
Ozzy just starts walking.
All right, so you're all heading back to get out of this garage. Now, in a previous session, you did find the escape pods, which are on a higher level, which, for the sake of time, let's just cut there. You are at the escape pods. Gina is with the 2 of you in one escape pod. The Juggernaut and Carly and Harlan the Doctor are in another escape pod. So, you are in an escape pod floating around Saturn right now, trying to head back to Titan, the moon. Felicia, you are trapped in this pod with a rapidly going insane zombie ostrich.
Do you believe in life after life? I can
Ozzy has been
feel
nonstop
something
singing the whole way.
She's just gonna, like,
inside.
ready her hammer just in case something goes wrong.
Gina looks at you, Felicia, and Gina also has telepathy, so Felicia, you just hear in your head, look, just say the word and we can, like, knock this dumb idiot unconscious whenever you want.
I'm not that dumb. Do you believe?
Ozzy, you can't hear this. You're not invited to the telepathic chat.
Please, just, can you not use that song?
Oh, yeah.
Have I told you a story? The first time I heard that song was in your freaking Ukulele Impossible Layer video, and now whenever I hear that, all I can imagine is you in emo outfit raping.
You know?
You have permanently affected my perception of that song because of that.
I don't regret it. No regrets. No regrets, because I forgot I did that.
That's weird, because Ozzy's been imagining the same thing. Except it was him.
Nice to know Wolf San is still famous in the future.
Gosh.
Oh yeah, Wolf San has 1 billion subs in the year, whatever the fuck this is, 6,000 or whatever.
You know, yeah, I like that.
He got the freaking Futurama treatment head put into a jar and he still gets to make content on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ozzy's gonna start singing, should be another Cher song. He's gonna start singing, I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
Nice.
There we go, that's the one, yeah.
Cool. Would you please flip Charm and Perform?
Am I still at a negative for that?
Nope, because I know this is a very weak stat for you.
Yeah, I have 1 charm and no perform, so this is 1 card.
And another because you're healthy, I think. Or are you not healthy?
I am indeed healthy, but that has actually made things worse.
Mm-hmm.
I failed and then now Joker.
Cool.
I don't know if that is. I don't know if those words are correct.
Ozzy, you decide the best way to sing this song is to do a full choreographed routine inside this escape pod, which really has, like, room for 4 people sitting down and nothing else, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
But you get up, and you're an ostrich, by the way, so you take up just even more space.
Oh, absolutely.
You just immediately go into this intense choreographed routine, in the process whacking some buttons on the front panel of the escape pod, and maybe Ozzy doesn't hear this because he's distracted by the music in his head, but Gina and Felicia, you just hear the thruster on the escape pod that you're in is no longer running. You just hear, like, a engine wind down, like... You feel the gravity in this area start to be affected because it feels like the escape pod is about to start plummeting.
Does anyone have any engineering expertise?
If anyone wants to try to, like, get this escape pod back on course, it'd be a piloting flip, and you know who has some piloting?
Oh no! Can I, like, reach in my pocket and find something to, like, placate him so he has, like, a little bit of, like, sanity just to do this?
Sure, that's gotta be wit and space-wise.
I don't have any, so I'm gonna have to make sure I use my drive.
And hero points. You have that too.
Drive gets reset every session, right?
Drive is reset every session.
Okay, so
you
I
can
have
use
3.
1 yeah.
So I have 3 drive, I have 3 hero points total. I can draw 1 right now. That 1's a failure. Using 1 drive, also failure. 2 drive, that's success. 3 drive, also success. It's Queen of Hearts. Okay, I'm competent with that.
Okay, so 5. Yeah, you pull out... What do you pull out? I'm trying to think, like, what would help in this situation.
Cigarettes.
It's the cigarettes I'm keeping that.
Yeah, you pull out escape pod brand cigarettes.
I just stuff the entire box in his mouth and just light it.
Yeah, the box on the outside says, guaranteed to make people better at flying escape pods in context-specific situations. And then you see a little note on the bottom from Bub's concession stand.
Hey guys, it's me! I can't do Bubs. All the Hope Starter characters, I can't do Bubs. That sucks.
I'm selling my cigarettes. I can barely do it.
Yeah, that's much better than what I was doing.
I'm gonna say, because it was 566, it's like a full, like, triple box of cigarettes. Like one of those big, long carts.
Yeah.
Like, not what you would see behind the register at a convenience store. Like, made to ship wholesale. Which you just force feed into Ozzy's mouth. Ozzy, you get the sweet, sweet taste of nicotine back on your tongue. You snap back, you realize you're dancing to a Cher song, and you're like, huh.
Oh, these taste just like Grandma used to make.
You say that, and then immediately also clock, oh, this escape pod is currently plummeting.
Oh, that's okay. Hold on. Does a big inhale. All right. The kid ain't around, right?
She's in a different room.
All right, good. I'm just making sure because I don't want the kid to think smoking's bad. I mean, wait.
And then, he's just gonna start piloting.
Aren't you the one who taught her how to light matches on her skin to let you puff up?
Yeah, and that was whenever he was normal.
Which you haven't revealed that to Gina yet. You've already said a lot that she's not been a fan of this session. So maybe not the best time to say that either.
Yeah.
You almost killed her dad, and you exposed her to secondhand smoke?
Oh yeah, he did say he wanted to kill whoever did that too, so.
I know, but they maybe didn't hear that part as much as they heard the I was hired to kill the Juggernaut part. It's selective hearing. I'd call it human nature, but,
They're not human.
Right.
I'm a cartoon character, he's a bird.
Yeah, she's a Nebulon, which is like purple human. Not Thanos, this is not a ripoff.
Gosh.
Anyway, Ozzy, you have your focus back, you got cigarettes. You seem to be the only one in this escape pod who can pilot it back to safety.
Let's do this.
Alright, intelligence and piloting, please.
Yay, intelligence.
+2 as a bonus from Felicia's really good crit action.
7 cards, right?
Yep.
Hey, did we use that anti-joker?
No, we haven't.
You have not.
Okay, because I have 4 successes and a joker.
Cool, popping the anti-joker.
Excellent. So 4 successes. Ozzy, you sort of like the wing equivalent of crack your knuckles and tap a bunch of buttons on the console. Everyone in the escape pod feels the gravity start to settle and the thrusters turn back on as Ozzy, you get this escape pod back on course. And once you are back in formation with the other escape pod, you are just like, I fucking did that. Yeah.
I smoke another one.
You smoke another cigarette. Good. You do hear a little transmission as like, hey guys, this is Harlan from the other escape pod. We detected that you were falling out of orbit there for a second. What's going on, guys?
I ended up believing in life after love.
Gina, Felicia, did you two let him behind the wheel of the escape pod?
The one who fixed it.
You weren't offering to pilot the pod, now were you?
No, but I fixed it.
I want to talk to you.
Am I wrong? Oh, so fixed it.
Yes, you did, darling. Now go back to flying the ship.
You also broke it, but I guess we can skip past that part. If everything's okay now, then cool. I just wanted to check in because, you kind of dropped from our sights for a minute.
Yeah, everything's fine.
All right, Harlan St. Valentine, fan favorite character out. And you hear a as communications are cut.
That's not my name.
Now get us to the hospital so you can get some help.
Where's the hospital
I had to
again?
resist myself from saying a swear with how much I've been against it today.
I mean, Carly's not in the escape pod with you.
I'm stuck to the bit and I'm committing to it.
All right, fair
I'm
enough.
here
Fair
for
enough. Fair enough.
That'll change by next week, though.
I'm sure.
I mean, you see how I am right now, so I feel it.
Yeah, we're gonna go take you to a doctor so you won't be an insane zombie-crazed lunatic anymore.
We cut to an exterior shot of the 2 escape pods flying through space. I want to say, Ozzy, because you did a really good piloting flip, you are doing some, pretty sweet maneuvers with your escape pod, which are totally unnecessary, but they look great. As the music swells up, and there's a freeze frame that says, Space Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
You're the Space King. Space Kings, Space Queens, Space Everyone, in-betweens.
Yeah.
Space for space.
And then another freeze frame that says, a Live Let Live production.
Gosh.
As credits music starts to play. Sweet.
Gosh.
I guess it's time to do hero points?
Yeah. You may both set your hero points down or up so they reach 2, because you're getting 2. Well, no, put them at 3, because you're getting 2 hero points from me, because this was a hell of a fun session.
Yeah. Anyways, I loved Zombie Wilbur. That was funny.
Zombie Ozzy.
Zombie Osborne. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now you've got me doing it.
That's all good. I did like a little dice roll, and I was like even or odd to see, because what Wilbur was going to do, I mean not Wilbur, wow, Ozzy was either going to just go fully with the virus and just shoot the lamb in the head
Damn.
Or
I should also mention that I guess because you're with Gina, I guess there is just the unconscious body of this lamb character in your escape pod too.
oh yeah, like I'm aware of that, but like I didn't make Ozzy because I'm kind of doing Ozzy like a whole like he's just like in.
He was in his own little
land.
zone this episode.
He started in the last episode too, but at this episode I was like, we're going for it.
all in.
Yeah.
No, not all in. All in. He would have shot the guy. And he would have shot the
it has
Juggernaut.
only been like, up until you guys headed to the escape pod, it really had only been like 15 minutes since you were bit by the zombie in real time.
There's been a lot of blood though.
Yeah, no, zombie Ozzy is great, and I am sad that probably at the beginning of next session, you are probably going to be rid of him.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. I want him to be smart
Gotta
again.
end the gag before it dies.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ozzy, what did you like about Felicia this session?
Felicia's just out here being the entire... There wasn't a thing that Felicia didn't fail. Felicia was just like, yeah, I got this.
True,
Just
I mean, she
ran it.
clocked the guy right in the head with a hammer. Did some
Calm
cool-
down, everybody, so no one killed me.
True, honestly, Felicia, if you were... this maybe wasn't said out loud, but I feel like if you were not there in that situation, I think they would have just straight up shot Ozzy dead.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't blame them. But yeah, no, Felicia was just out here doing everything the right way. Literally from beginning to end.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you both for playing Space Kings.
Thank you for
Good time.
hosting.
Absolutely. And thank you, listener, for watching.
You're welcome. Wait.
Thank you to everybody who listens to it, including John, Jane, Jack, Jacqueline, Jackie, Jackie O,
Joe, Joseph,
Hi, Heather.
Joe Jr.
Jim, Jimmy, Jonathan, Jimathan, Johnny,
This is
Jimmy,
This is hurting me.
Jimmy,
Davidson.
What is happening?
David Schwimmer, Courtney Cox, Jennifer
I feel like I'm going
Aniston,
crazy.
Matt LeBlanc, Matt Perry,
Evan Fogg.
and Lisa Kudrow. I almost forgot her name, damn.
I don't know what just happened.
Thank you to King Charles III. Keep doing your thing, buddy.
Yeah, get good, scrub. Oh, I should probably stop
Oh, yeah,
recording.
so-
Yeah,
I
we
should
could
probably
stop
do
that.
that, too.
That gag's done its course. Let's stop recording. Thanks for listening to Live, Laugh, Loot. We're currently using the Space King system, developed and published by SuperTry Studios. You can learn more about this game or buy it yourself at supertry.itch.io/spacekings. Follow us on Blue Sky at livelaughloot.bsky.social or email us at livelaughlootpodcast@gmail.com. Our intro music is Out of Control by Chill Carrier, and our outro music is One Point to Another by Rocket Max. See the episode description to find out what other songs played this episode or to check licensing information. To learn more about this podcast or listen to more episodes, check us out at livelaughloot.libsyn.com.